in a flag-draped coffin. I know.
Republican lawmakers Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, better known as Dumb and Dumber, heckled President Joe Biden during his State of the Union address. And I have a clip of this. Now, generally, I think decorum is overrated. I think this entire speech is just a giant spectacle that doesn't ultimately mean all that much. And there's nothing wrong with a good protest. But there's no reason for this protest. There's no reason for this heckle. It was stupid. They're stupid. So let me play this clip for you. There are two angles on this because I want to show you Lindsey Graham's face as it appears he mutters something under his breath after Lauren Boebert heckles here. But I'll play this for you and discuss what this was about and also get to Taylor Greene and what she was heckling during this speech as well.
One being stationed at bases breathing in toxic smoke from burn pits. Many of you have been there. I've been in and out of Iraq and Afghanistan over 40 times. These burn pits that incinerate waste, the waste of war, medical and hazardous material, jet fuel, and so much more. And they come home, many of the world's fittest and best trained warriors in the world. Never the same. Headaches, numbness, dizziness. A cancer that would put them in a flag-draped coffin. I know. One of those soldiers was my son, Major Bo Biden. I don't know for sure if the burn pit that he lived near, that his hooch was near in Iraq and earlier than that in Kosovo, is the cause of his brain cancer, the disease of so many other troops. I know. One of those.
All right. So there are several things to talk about here. First, quickly, just Lindsey Graham. I showed you him because it appears he mutters "shut up" under his breath. I think it appears he does. But regardless, whatever, you know, they will do nothing about it. They don't really care ultimately. But I got to talk about, before we get to Boebert and then Taylor Greene, what the hell is Nancy Pelosi doing here? There was no reason to even be standing at this point. Yet here she is standing, rubbing her wrists together. Really bizarre behavior. And even Kamala Harris, she goes to sit down. Pelosi looks at Kamala Harris, and Kamala is basically like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you talking to me? Just a really, really odd moment. But anyways, Boebert. So she shouted, quote, 13 of them, referring to the 13 U.S. service members who died in an attack in Afghanistan during the U.S. withdrawal last year. But first of all, Biden was talking about the impact of these burn pits and how it can potentially cause cancer, and how his son died of cancer, and he may have received cancer, or the cancer may have developed because of these burn pits. Anyways, that's what he was talking about. Biden had to, at some point, withdraw from Afghanistan. That war had been going on for like 20 years. So if you want to, I don't know, heckle or get angry at anybody about what was going on in Afghanistan, get angry at the Bush administration that started it. Biden did the right thing by pulling out. I've discussed that in other videos. There's no reason to go deeper into that discussion again. You can go watch those videos. But that entire heckle was just so stupid. Again, I have no issue with a protest if there is a reason for it, but this was just dumb and, of course, poorly timed right as Biden was discussing his son who died of cancer. Now, also why it's dumb, Boebert has likely, her lies about the vaccines have likely led to more deaths than 13 people. So this article from last year, Lauren Boebert's anti-vaccine tweets are hurting an already struggling community. With vaccine rates low in Messer County, she is peddling anti-vaccine sentiments. Very likely, her lies about the vaccine led to, well, for sure, more people getting sick and likely more deaths than 13 deaths in Afghanistan. But of course, she doesn't care about humanity. She doesn't care about actual deaths. It's all just a performance for Lauren Boebert. Now let's get to Marjorie Taylor Greene. So Greene was heard grumbling through the entire part of Biden's speech about COVID policy before she shouted a remark about women's sports when Biden mentioned new laws targeting transgender Americans and their families. Now, this is an issue I've discussed before in terms of the trans athletes. This is a non-issue. So I did a video on this, I think about 6 months ago. I'll link to it below the video on YouTube, but you can check out the various sources I use here, like this one from Scientific American, Trans Girls Belong on Girls Sports Teams. Again, this is all just a way for Taylor Greene here to try and appeal to this far-right, incredibly conservative, anti-trans base that she has. Again, all a play for votes, all a play for attention. Of course, she doesn't actually care about the science, about the actual reality of this issue. It's all a way to try and score political points for her, and it is completely gross. Also, some images here of some of this stupid crap. Look at this idiot. Look at this dumb person's face. Morons. Total morons. Oh my God. Last thing here. Boebert and Greene tried to start a build the wall chant, a reference to former President Donald Trump's calls to construct a wall across the U.S. southern border when Biden referred to securing the border and reforming immigration law. Total and complete morons, which is why I wore this shirt. I thought it was kind of clownish. I don't wear this shirt very often. Also, I'm doing laundry right now, so I have limited options. But that said, this shirt, I think, properly represents how stupid these individuals are. Though, I gotta say, it's growing on me. Unlike Taylor Greene and Boebert, this shirt will stand the test of time.